Howdy folks, TJ here. Time to do another quick, not review, but perusal of what you've been seeing me open in these little envelopes from overseas. This is not the first, not the second, not the third, not the fourth, but the fifth copy that I've received. This is issue number 5 of the Crash magazine. Normally I'll do kind of a semi-quick perusal of the table of contents, the picture on the cover, just a quick little kind of fly through it and see what catches my eye, so that at a later time I'll maybe be able to do a further video on something that did catch my eye, or maybe make it a game of the week if it's a game that looks like, hey, maybe that's a good one to play. So with no further ado, I've already slit the top of the envelope, and let's go ahead and pull out the copy. Let me make sure there's nothing else in here. I'm still wishing one day there'll be like $100 bill in here, even if it's in pounds or whatever you call it. I wouldn't mind. Okay. Do you guys do that too when you get like a Christmas card or a birthday card? You open it up and you make sure you've checked all the nooks and crannies. You don't want that magic check to kind of fall out or go missing, or you rip it up and throw it away. Don't want that to happen. Crash Micro Action, number 5. So here is the front cover. I've actually had this one now for a number of weeks. I just haven't had the time to get around to doing a quick review of it. Thought today would be the day. So there's the front cover. And let's take a look at it. So Crash, it looks like a spaceship of some kind, blasting, shooting, X-Wing, Y-Wing, I don't know what type of wing these are, but yeah, it looks like a spacey action front cover. And it says, still the best Spectrum magazine in the world. The latest games reviewed, screens by Simon Butler. Portuguese, ZX history. Hey, I'm Portuguese. Cool. The Spectrum explored in Portugal. Never been there. Would be fun if I could visit there one day. Kind of our big trip overseas. Maybe I'll get to hit Portugal too. ZX Spectrum Next, the latest news and reviews. Plus, Lloyd Mangram's forum is back. Alien Girls stripping Penelope. Ooh, don't want my wife to hear me say that. Travel through time and more. Spectrum Adventure Trail with Colin Bell. In digital and print for Spectrum enthusiasts. So, fun front cover. Again, number 5, August, September 2021. I wonder if our next issue, October, November, will have a Christmassy theme? That'd be kind of fun. I don't know. Maybe. So, let's go ahead and look at the back. This looks like an advertisement on the back. And it's for zzapmagazine.co.uk. So yes, it's an advertisement for crashing and zapping into your galaxy now for Spectrum and Commodore enthusiasts with their finger on the button. So cool. Let's go ahead and open up first page, and we'll show you the table of contents. And it looks like the inside cover does have an ad for Adventuron. Create text adventure games in your browser. And then a copy of the table of contents, which you probably won't be able to see from here, but I normally try to show it anyway at a few different angles. Maybe one of them will pick up. You can kind of see at least what the design looks like. Now I'm going to go ahead and read it. So, did I start the recording on this thing? Yeah. I always, once I start something, I always immediately, after you stand up, what was I getting up for? You don't remember those things. There's like a button in your butt, and the second you get up, that button deactivates, and you don't know what to do. Features, cover crackers. We continue to celebrate the covers of Spectrum games. Past Graham Mason picks another year, then picks his favorite 6. By the way, what is the front cover? Sometimes they'll explain what the front cover looks like, or who it's for, or what it is. And I'm trying to quickly read, and I'm not seeing that readily hop out. Okay, features. So Crash, cover crackers. Crash investigates where did all those Spectrum 128K launch titles go. Crash Back, issue 5 of Crash. Paul Davies looks back at the contents of issue 5 of Crash magazine, June 1984. Articles by Simon Butler Screens. Spectrum Portuguese Revolution. Cool. Pedro Pimenta talks about the ZX Revolution in Portugal. How cool is that? Yeah, that's cool. I know that there's, I'm trying to think, Timex in the United States had a Portugal liaison, place where they built them. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. There's a place in Portugal that built those. I could be mistaken, but no, I don't. I think I'm right. Timex, I think Portugal. Lucy, the editor's dirty deed. Ian Osborne tells of a dirty deed. Then regulars, we got a Crash 2022 annual. Maybe there will be one after all. I guess they weren't going to do that, and maybe there'll be one now. Adventure Trail, Colin Bell takes a look at the latest shenanigans in the adventure world. Lloyd Mangram's Lloyd's recently dusted typewriter takes another bashing. Nick Roberts', I do that every time, and I'm going to do it every time. It's just my thing. Playing Tips, the Crash Tipster returns with a load of those poke thingies and other useful hints. Preview some of the upcoming games to look forward to. And Compo sign off. The winner announced and on to the next one. So cool. Crash. All right, let's open up. So inside page 4 and 5, it's got the annual, looks like annual. So annual. Editor, I guess it's the editor. This is his column here, Chris Wilkins. And so let me just read a quick little blurblet from it, and then we'll move on. But it does show a picture of the Crash Annual, and it's got little Santa holding up a package to some type of creature. Let's see. Over the last few years, Roger Keane and I have embarked on a journey that brought Crash magazine back to those who still dearly love the ZX Spectrum, from those who fond childhood memories to others who were very much still active in a vibrant ZX Spectrum scene. How the idea of creating the annual came about has been well documented. 3 have been published to date, 120 pages in length, in a hardback and released just before Christmas. Ollie Frey created brand new art for this covers, each one modern masterpiece. Let me quickly look through this. It looks like maybe a Kickstarter. The Kickstarter will take place in the middle of September with an aim of sending out an annual. It could already be done. Oh man, I went on vacation in September, and September's kind of a foggy, misty confusion for me, so I don't know if that happened. I guess I'll have to look. Was there a Kickstarter for the annual? I guess I missed it. Maybe I'll have some extras if that's the case. So anyway, that's the editorial. Oh, Florin's Hall of Spectrum Games. Looks like a book review. Itchy arm. Fusion Adventure. Annual 2022. So looks like talking about another good reason to check out the Kickstarter for Fusion 2022. Oh man, I missed all this stuff in September. What a dummy. So I need to go look and see if this happened. I have no clue. Clueless. Solo. Looks like a game review. Solo. S.O.L. Solo. That looks fun. Could that be a possible game of the week? Yeah, the picture looks kind of fun. And the little character looks kind of fun. I don't think you can see it, but it's right here where my middle finger is. It's terrible. Yeah, you see the little creature. I don't know if it's getting it, but he looks cute. Cute little bubblehead thing. Okay, cool. So Solo, it looks like it gets an overall okay review, so I'll have to check it out. Moe Adventures Beer Quest. Oh, I like that. That looks fun, yeah. I gotta definitely do that one. So Maui Adventures Beer Quest. Gonna have to check that one out. It's got beer in the title. Always a winner. Cool. How did they review that one? Oh no. The review is not too good. Oh, but again, take reviews with a grain of salt. Some people may like it, some may not. So I'll have to check that out. Okay, Pillars, another game. Beer Quest. I already talked about that one. All right. Forward to the Past. Ooh, this looks kind of interesting. Just kind of show you a picture. I don't try to show too much of things because I think it's important to buy the magazine and support it and look for yourself, but it looks fun. So right now, mostly all reviews of games, and then there's Alien Girl. Big spread on this one. That looks kind of fun. Gets a good review, by the way. Stripping Penelope! Oh, I gotta look at this one. Oh, I didn't get a good review! Penelope may not be really Penelope and maybe a cyclops or something. Something's not right here. If you thought the age of misogyny had passed, left language back in the late 20th century where it belongs, not that it belongs anywhere, then think again. This game is all about Fred Stallion and his pestering of a girl at a bar named Penelope. Okay, so is there stripping involved? I don't know. But you know, when I see the word stripping, my mind, I'll admit, is right in the gutter where I'm stripping. Okay, so let's move on. Stripping Penelope did not get a great review, but I'll have to check it out just because of the name. Just like that one game, what was it? Don't buy this game, and I actually played it as a game of the week. So that was smart advertising because probably a lot of people ended up playing with it. Ooh, this is a PG station. Stay calm. Okay, Crash back review. Sleepwalker. Oh, you know, have I played Sleepwalker? This sounds awfully familiar. Or maybe I was sleepwalking last night. I don't know. It looks familiar. Retro Haven, Retro 8-Bit Shop, advertisement, Adventurer's Trail, new 128K Grimlock fantasy adventure from Andy Remick. You know, I don't know if you follow Andy on Facebook, but he just got married. Congrats! And he's been showing pictures on his Facebook feed of places he's been, and it looks like he's having a good time. So, very good for you and Mrs. Andy Remick. Sweet. Okay, let's continue on. Hibernated 1, the director's cut. Looks like a game. I don't think I'll show a picture of that. Gets a good review, though. Crash 1986. So this is where they step back in time and show you a little what's going on in 1986. You know, I was just in college at the time, sowing my college oats, which wasn't much sewing. I actually was in karate class, I think. I was very much in the martial arts at that age. Now I'm just an old fuddy-duddy, and I can still kick high. I think I just pulled a hammy. Okay, Crash Magazine, 1986, and it shows some pictures of older games. Always like looking at these because a lot of these games are typically freely downloadable, and we can play them as a game of the week, which is really cool. So that's fun. So I'll have to look at that. Lloyd Manogram Forum, fabulous number 4. Looks like some pictures of old in this spread here. Always fun looking at some old black and white pictures of maybe shows and stuff they've been in. Picture to remember. Crash, Spectrum 128 software and peripherals. Investigates when there is something that does not quite make sense in the world of ZX Spectrum. Martin Caro goes looking for answers. Cool. So that looks like a little investigation. So read on about the investigation going on. Board of the Rings. That's funny. Board of the Rings. I'll have to check that out because, you know, on my I'm going to be doing a live. I'm going to learn how to go on YouTube Live. I finally have real internet here at the home. It seems to be steady. I'm going to do some live gaming. And my first one is that I'm going to play The Hobbit live for the first time. Never played it, never loaded it, none of that stuff. I don't think I've ever even loaded it. Maybe I loaded it quick to see if it launched. And play it, but I'm going to be live and asking for people's help, saying, do I turn east? Do I go west? Do I pick this up? Do I stab something? So that'll be kind of fun. I got to learn how to do the live stuff first, so it's going to be a little while, but eventually I'll do that. So maybe I'll have to check out Board of the Rings after I play The Hobbit. Cool. Screens, Simon Butler Screens. Always artworky related for his columns, because he is an artiste. Cool. Travel through the Volume 1 Northern Lights. Looks like a racing kind of game of some kind. I don't think I'll dive into that. Coloco, Top This. Nick Roberts' playing tips. Coloco, Top Tips. And Flappy Bird. And Off Witty Shine Monty Cheats. And Classic Poke. Cool. Oh boy. Playing tips. Oh, this has got a whole map thing going on. I'm going to show it quick because I don't want you to see the map too much. But there's a map in here helping you. The human tips, R-type pokes, Top Cat in Beverly Hills, Cats Cheat. All sorts of pretty graphics on here. Okay, here's the Speccy in Portugal. My homeland. Not really. I was born and raised in the United States. But hey, my descendants come from there. My grandfather was born, actually, I think, back east in Rhode Island. But his parents were from, I think, the Azores Islands? Something like that. Okay, the Spectrum Portuguese Revolution. Revolution. I should enjoy reading that. Portugal Speccies. Everything's written in, some of this stuff's in Portuguese. Obviously not the text of the magazine, but the games, obviously the names of them are that way. What's kind of neat is sometimes even if you download a game that's not in your language, you can still get by if it's a very user-friendly game, which is always appreciative. Cool, Portuguese special. So there's a whole bunch of pages on Portugal. I'll have to check that out more in detail. Crash, Lucy the Editor's Dirty Deed. Come fly with me, crashing into SU. I don't know what that means, but I guess when I read it, I'll understand more later. So, Crash, Lucy the Editor's Dirty Deed. These are all standard columns that are in pretty much every issue. Danny the Duster, next month. Next month, Crash turns into a cookery mag, it says. Okay, interesting. Next page. Flying through this, going to try to make this video a little shorter. The April Fool joke triggered a voicerous reply in Sinclair User Incorporated Crash a few months later. Oh, that's all about Danny Duster's Dirty Deeds. You know, I'm going to have to Google that and actually read this article. Is this a game that I can download and play? Danny Duster's Dirty Deeds? That looks... Let me go back and look. You know, this... I like the sounds of that. No, there's no pictures here. Danny the Duster. Yeah, I'm going to have to read and see, but looks interesting. Or is it an April Fool? I don't know. Okay, another advertisement for Greenford Community Center. Zeno Brigade. This is a game that is not luckily purchased by me. I just didn't have the funds to support this. You know, I've got some funds out there for stuff I haven't received yet. I'm going to have to go back and look. You know, I supported so many things, I'm kind of forgetting who I paid what for. But I have something coming from somebody, and I paid for it. It was like $50, $60 US. So it was a good chunk of change. So Zeno Brigade, that's a game. Speed! Now I do own this one. Speed! And I believe this game is all in Next Basic, if I'm not mistaken. And I played it and actually did a video. Digger McDigface. So, very fun game. I've played that. Fun arcade action. Hampered slightly by controls, it says. And it looks like the review is mediocre. We'll put it at that. If I got this grade, I'd be perfectly happy with it. I set my bar really low. So, yeah, I enjoyed the game. So, that's all that matters, and I'm sure many folks did. Again, reviews you kind of got to take with a grain of salt. So, but it got overall, I think, a decent review. Crash Back, issue number 5. As it's issue number 5 of Crash Micro Action, it means Paul Davies looks back at the original issue number 5 of the magazine. So cool. So let me just kind of show you a quick little blurblet there. Hauling through. Still a little bit to go. Oh, Crash Back, more pictures. Okay, and then preview. D-Make Special, Hollow Hero, The Humans, Space Racing, Adventure Continues. Oh, there's all sorts of, pictures catch my eye. So the one that really catches my eye in this is Adventure Continues, Lolo, Adventures of Lolo. I don't know why, but I've got to investigate Lolo. Picture hopped right out at me. Compo, issue number 4, the results. I'm not going to say what they are. You need to get the magazine to figure it out. And there you go. So, Crash Magazine, issue number 5. And since I kind of sat on this one for a little bit, issue number 6 should be coming soon, right? Hopefully, it's going to be of a Christmassy nature. It'll be my first time getting a printed magazine that's in current publication that has a Christmassy theme that's Speccy related. Can't wait. So thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoy these little quick jaunts through the magazine. Nothing in depth, just a quick little, hey, you need to support product like this. Get on the bandwagon, get Crash Magazine. I've been getting every single issue. I've got a binder up back behind this TV you can't see. Thank you very much for watching, and you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Peace.